Look at this. Ooh, 8 minutes ago, mythical refresh. It's here. Gigguk's Winter Anime 2026 in a nutshell. And as the self-proclaimed anime, what am I? Seasonal anime warlord react messiah, I will give you my takes as well as we're checking out pretty much most of them. Oh, wait.
Chill anime? You need to chill out. I'm out here trying to cover all the new shows, but how is anyone meant to...
Wait. I thought Jujutsu Kaisen. Nah, I saw Jujutsu Kaisen in the thing. Anime, you need to chill out. Okay. I'm out here trying to cover all these new shows coming out, but how is anyone meant to give them a chance when there's barely enough time to keep up with all these juggernaut IPs all coming out through one single season? There is a lot of headliner animes coming out. Thank you, I am Emo for the Prime for the 8 month. Sorry, and Alshian for the 8 month. Thank you. It took literally a single episode of JJK to take over the anime community again before dropping an entire light novel chapter over a single frame, to which the fanbase replies, I am reading all of that, but because it was too much, they actually just can't read. That was the Culling Games rule explanation episode, I think. I can't even hate, though, because the start has been firing on all cylinders, producing some of the most artistic Goso. And he's gone! Goso has gone to France to supposedly Studio Illumination to work on the next fucking Minions movie. Isn't that crazy?
shows, but how is anyone meant to give them a chance when there's barely enough time to keep up with all of these juggernaut sequels all coming out in one single season? It took literally a single episode for Jujutsu Kaisen to take over the anime community again before dropping an entire light novel chapter over a single frame, to which the fan base...
I don't know how to feel about Naoya being the force multiplier of all the virality of these memes. It's pretty fun. A lot of people just despise Naoya for being the misogynist. A lot of people actually love him because of that. But regardless of how you feel, right? This meme, this iteration of aura farming, not even just fan animation, real life skits, normies doing it in real life too. I've seen so many different parts of this interpreted in their own content.
To take over the anime community again before dropping an entire light novel chapter over a single frame, to which the fan base replied, I ain't reading all that. Not because it was too much. They actually just can't read.
Good one!
I can't even hate though, because the start has been firing on all cylinders, producing some of the most artistically creative action, referencing some of the greatest scenes in cinematic history. That's right. One Punch Man Season 3.
No, that was a one-inch punch. JJK, I think, probably is my favorite anime this season. Not in terms of just the story that it's adapting, but also in terms of maybe even production value. What is production value? Basically, how good the polish and the consistency, the quality of the animation that you see. Not just animation though, soundtrack, voice acting, pacing, direction, right? Direction is what? Again, one man's vision for how the manga will flow in an anime. And because of Goso, god fucking damn, we've had such an amazing show so far. Unfortunately, he's done, and he's contractually done with part 1. Now he's going to France with My Dress Up Darling's director, apparently, season 1's director. Those two are in France right now, apparently going through their own training arc at a French animation school. I didn't realize France had such a culture of animation and sakuga. And it's looking like they're working at Studio Illumination. I don't know about the Dress Up Darling guy, but Goso is. And that's the Despicable Is Me franchise, by the way. So just, what a crazy comparison. You go from Jujutsu Kaisen to Despicable Me, and a lot of people will say he fell off. Despicable Me, children's shows? It's also hypothetical if he's working on it or not. But you gotta realize, that IP is bigger than Jujutsu Kaisen. You underestimate how big the normies are. The casuals, the masses, more people knows about Minions than Sukuna, okay? So maybe that's more clout. A lot of people are also speculating Mappa did him wrong, that Mappa couldn't keep his talent around. All we know so far is contractually he was only doing Core 1. He's gone. It was amicable.
Hell's Paradise, this one hasn't quite gotten to the same level of hype as some of the other shonen action shows, which is a shame, because it's got a unique world with a lot of interesting things going on. See,
it's getting fired up now. I think this recent episode onward, right? It's kind of like all-out battles.
Interesting about the power system in Hell's Paradise is that it's completely derived from self-cest.
Yeah. It is one person split into 7 and all fucking each other, huh?
I'm gonna let the viewers think about that one for a second. There's the 3rd season of Ocean.
I mean, technically there's the creator. But then there was Rien, and he split himself into 7, and Bochu Jutsu, and you fucking the freakiest way. Dude, you're giving backshots saying harder and harder until a head pops, and that's how they cultivate their talent. Anyways, Hell's Paradise, Very fun, very exciting. I was low-key worried about how season 2 is going to do because of the way that Mappa fumbled season 1. For a lot of people that didn't know, like, the production value of season 1 was quite scuffed for a regular Mappa product, and the motion was kind of questionable. Season 2, though, I thought that people would forget. It's kind of receiving like a Sakamoto Days Part 2, if you know what I'm talking about, where Part 1, a lot of people are kind of questionable. Part 2, suddenly the story material and the polish of the production value catches up, and everyone's around. It's great to see.
That one for a second. There's the 3rd season of Oshinoko, and while manga readers have flinched in disgust, I think the season's going to explore some interesting stuff. If I remember correctly, we'll really get to see Ruby flex her power levels this arc, and the interesting thing about her power system is that it's derived from incest. Trigun Stargaze.
What did you just say? I'm still waiting for how this all returns to incest. In season 2, I think they were really hinting it between Aqua and Ruby, how possessive Ruby was. Oshinoko season 3 so far has been my favorite season of Oshinoko. A lot of people were dooming that after 2.5D arc in season 2, it's over, that the best is done. But I'm like, no, it's not. Are you crazy? Dark Ruby going through this shit like it's fucking Classroom of the Elite is so compelling. The story is getting darker and edgier. Kana is crashing out. Akane, I think, is next to die. The father's getting more involved into the story. Saito Ichigo is back coaching Ruby. So far, every episode has been so fucking fun. Definitely one of the headliners of the season. And now, how is the secret going to be conveyed? That's my question.
Trigun Stargaze is bringing the final season of the Trigun remake. Fire Force is also in its final season, and from the out of context clips I've seen, there are some absolutely insane things going on that makes me want to catch up.
A lot of people, were dooming about Fire Force finale, right? Because of part 1 of the final season looking not very good. Apparently, they stepped it up, and now it's like really, really polished, and it's looking like it's gonna, have like a My Hero Academia style of treatment to finish off a strong season for the series.
Frieren has finally returned, and
most overrated, overgassed anime that can't beat Solo Leveling.
While I'm dead excited for this, I'm not sure what the series could possibly do to surpass the masterpiece of the first season we got.
You fucking walk around and say, oh no, I don't want to do that. And then Frieren goes, what would Himmel do? And then Himmel got cooked in a flashback and is like, wow, amazing. Frieren is Seinfeld. I've never watched Seinfeld. Frieren is Friends. I've never watched Friends. These are long, like Western TV series sitcoms. Slice of life, so many episodes. So the idea here is, Frieren is very formulaic, and it's pretty smart at doing it. I'm not shitting on it right now. I'm saying that I enjoy the way they do their storytelling. Because the most recent episodes, especially the, not last one, but the 2 before that, the one that encompassed Stark and Fern's date, right? Of going into the Hot Springs episode. I feel like those 2 episodes were the most Frieren of the Frieren episodes. As in, nothing is happening to develop the main story plot of going to the north to meet Himmel through this magic spell that Flamme has entrusted onto us. All we're doing is just character interaction. Frieren eating an ice cream popsicle. Fern, being confronted with the date in an aggressive way, and really fun things happening. It's just the vibes are great. And the vibes are great because the characters and their development and the relationships together, they work off of each other. And I feel like Frieren is the type of show they could have hundreds and hundreds of episodes where it does this type of slice of life, chill, Himmel flashback, boom, cool lesson, nice nostalgia, laugh, it's the journey, move on, next. Repeat. Maybe it'd get boring after a while. But to me, that's why I made the comparison of those like long running sitcoms.
Hold on a second.
This is for you, Majin Buu!
The My Hero Academia spin
The head up looking, I know.
Spin-off is continuing, coming off the back of the exception.
This is such a... I can't believe how much people gave up on Vigilantes. From episode 1, it was dead out of the water. Remember, anime reaction performance is not indicative of the quality of an anime. I think it's solid. Season 1, I finished it, but that was also a passion project. People just don't give a fuck about this, and it's so sad. Their main community doesn't give a fuck about this. I watched this shit without even watching main story of MHA. Season 1 was so fun with Knuckle Duster and Queen Bee arc, and what the hell?
Main series finale. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one, but can it ever reach the heights of moments like this from the main series?
Tomori Shigaraki was my hero, do you understand?
English dub?
And he was a gamer like me.
Speaking of game,
Is that a... Is that real English dub? Is that fan? That's not fan animation. Fan dub? I don't know. Anyways, I don't think Vigilantes will ever even touch the candle of the main MHA motion. From what I've seen online, I've seen a lot of the vibe seems to be people don't even give a fuck about not the sequel, but the side story. It's sad, right? It's like, I don't think it's even bad. I think it's really cool, but I don't know the main story. I guess a lot of people kind of check out because their main favorite characters aren't there anymore. It just feels like something that's reminding them of a story that's already done. So I don't know. JJK Modulo is fucking doing amazing though, right? Boruto Hell did pretty well too, right? Vigilantes just has no sticking power of the existing community that this fandom was built off of.
As we got some sad stories about gamers too. Hell Mode Hardcore Gamer is about a true gamer who just wants to find a challenge. He browses the web to find that one title that hits, but far too often he's left with one.
If you look closely, kind of looks like Raftalia from Shield Hero here.
One all too familiar scene.
Finished?
終わった。たった3年でサービス終了とか。
Damn. That's crazy.
EOS after only 3 years? Better than most gacha games. Most gacha games die in 2 weeks.
It's been 3 years since the launch of Honkai Star Rail, and today they are celebrating with the release of their new region, as they are also the sponsor.
Hashtag ad, yeah. I think I dropped Honkai Star Rail around when Pinacone was about to be finished. I don't know. Just kind of got bored with it. That's also when like Wuthering Waves was that thing coming out, and I got bored of that shit too. I got bored of all these gacha games. Now I'm playing barely CZN, and even CZN is just kind of eh. I'm playing out on Maple Story. That's what I've been doing up recently. Anyways, go check out Mr. Gigguk's Honkai Bonkai link. Please go juice up Gigguk, and I don't know, help him with a sponsor.
With that said, back to Winter.
Oh, the intro thing. Hit it.
Damn, an anime set in America? What the hell's gonna happen here?
Vegan terrorists.
One of the wildest concepts of the season, we have the Darwin incident, starring the most unique protagonist you're gonna see in Winter.
There is no mistake.
Monkey.
Now. This baby is a hybrid born of a human and a chimpanzee.
Humanity!
Ah shit, it's Furious George.
Why is Connor getting fucked up like that?
Only in anime would you get a political thriller starring a human-Z hybrid created by a doctor named Gross Man, set in America being attacked by a terrorist organization led by Obama, who are terrorizing.
His name is actually Obama. That's crazy because we only checked out one episode of it and I was like, that looks a lot like Obama. I'm not racist, right? His name is Obama.
Led by Obama.
Crazy.
Who are terrorizing America because they are, I shit you not,
vegan.
Vegan.
And have it be played.
It's amazing though. It's actually so peak. That first episode, when there's like a speech of this guy that's just like did this terrorist act, the explosion you saw, and a child died caught up in the accident. And one of the soldiers are like, damn, a child died, dude. And the captain like confronts the guy and gives him such a speech, like there's some Attack on Titan Irwin shit about to fucking say like, come on, like move forward. Like it's amazing. It's like, what? You think like this is your resolve? Or these filthy humans are out there, you know, harming animals and eating pork and meat and chicken and all that shit, and you care about this human being? Where's your resolve? And it's so bizarre, but the direction and the soundtrack and the voice acting made it so epic. And the episode, it's not even like a silly anime. It's a serious anime. It confronts you with the ideals of what does it mean to be in the food chain. If I, you know, like the chimpanzee, basically the human-Z, there's this fucking scene where this guy is bullying the monkey at school. Of course, the monkey's gonna face racism at fucking school. And he's like, hey man, you're a vegan, huh? Sure. All right. Well, what if a fucking, like, I don't know, so somebody pulled up with like a gun and what was that fucking example he gave? Something about how, what if some sort of like rat, right? Yeah. Some sort of mouse or something, it's got so much virus. And it's going to kill all of civilization. Would you kill her or not? Haha. And he's like, yeah, I would. I would simply kill her. And he's like, whoa. And then he's like, I would kill you too. And it's like this haunting moment of, oh shit, like this thing is actually beyond a human. He sees people as lesser than, even though he also protects them when needed. I don't know. It's a very fascinating anime that really touches on these delicate topics of what it means to be in the food chain and how different species may look down on others. Like, you step on an ant on the side of the road, you don't think much of it, right? That's the thing with the Human Z. It touches on discrimination, racism, fucking veganism. I would recommend you to watch it. It's not a silly meme anime. It's actually crazy.
100% straight. Look, I gotta give credit to the American characters though. He goes to high school and he's not bullied because he's a different race or for his looks, or that he's a failed half-human animal experimental abomination. They're just bullying him because he's vegan. This is a series that
Kinda, not really, but the main focus is, oh my god, is that a monkey?
has the potential to use its insane premise to explore some interesting ideas, if it's able to balance out some of its self-indulgent philosophical musings every time someone asks Serious George a question here.
Say there was a mouse carrying a deadly disease for humans. What would you do in that case, huh?
If it was me, I think I'd shoot the mouse.
Why Sea Dog getting shit on again?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. A new Fate
Anyways, I definitely recommend it. Fate Strange Fake, headliner anime. In this season, in terms of motion, I think Jujutsu Kaisen and Fate Strange Fake are the most consistent and the most popular, just off of YouTube reaction numbers. Sentenced to be a Hero can't keep up. Frieren can't really keep up either. Oshinoko has its moments. Frieren and Oshinoko definitely has its peak moments that can match it, but week by week consistency, even on the quote-unquote boring setup episodes, both JJK and Fate Strange Fake dominating. The motion clearly has set those two apart from the rest of the cast.
that's in America? What the hell is gonna happen here? Yes, we got a new Fate anime in the good old US of A. America have entered the fray, deciding to hold their
Vegas.
own Holy Grail war with guns and burgers and freedom for some reason we don't understand. Oh shit, is that oil?
We're gonna keep it.
If you're unaware, at its core, Fate is just a hypothetical Fortnite battle royale, except
Oh, careful, bro. You're gonna say this shit, the Fate tards are gonna already just crash out. Dude, before this shit happened, A1 Pictures and Gigguk was working together to highlight and celebrate Fate and bring new people in, and people on Twitter, specifically the visual novel retards that gatekeep their fandom of Fate. Oh my god, you can smell them through the screen. They were crashing the fuck out. You give this explanation right now, they're gonna start crying.
you get to match up some of the most legendary figures in history and see them fight. Take a person like Alexander the Great, living up to his namesake as one of the greatest generals the world has ever seen, commanding an army that never knew defeat, never lost a battle, becoming a symbol of the Greek Empire that the world still remembers to this day. But can they stop Prime Messi? Typically in war, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6...
7!
A large number of servants paired with a large
Why'd he do that? Well, because it's 6 regular and then 7, 6 fake, 7 new, but he skipped it.
number of masters, and most importantly, the war must be conducted in secret.
Gas leaks! Gas leaks! Gas leaks! Gas leaks! Gas leaks!
Strange Fate contains a collection of some of the most varied and insane characters the franchise has seen. Something that's on brand as it's written by the
Bakemonogatari soundtrack, you love to hear it.
creator of Baccano and Durarara, two series about eccentric, larger-than-life characters coming together to create absolute chaos in a shared setting with no true protagonist. This franchise was tailor-made for someone like him. Add to that Hiroyuki Sawano bringing his signature hype in the music and A1 Pictures producing, in my opinion, some of the best action spectacle I've seen them do, and this may be just some of the most fun you can have as a Fate fan. But alongside that, we have the
No fun for Fate fans. How dare you not know the difference between a mage and magecraft? How dare you not understand all of the different references spread across 17 separate fucking visual novels and games and different things? If you don't understand it, you don't deserve to watch this shit. You're a filthy fucking peasant that could never understand Fate at my level, and therefore you don't deserve to live. Is how some people think. It's crazy. It's actually fucking crazy, bro. I think Fate Strange Fake, there's a lot of references. It is a spectacle to see in terms of the fight scenes and how explosive it is. So many different characters coming in, but also with that comes the different references. A lot of them from Fate Zero I've been keeping up with, Unlimited Blade Works, you know, maybe Heaven's Feel, Fate Stay Night, so many different parts, right? Apocrypha, Grand Order, the game as well, Fate Grand Order, the game, right? Not just talking about like Babylonia in the story, the anime stuff that is already made, right? And then there's the visual novels and the games. But even if you don't know that, I think that a lot of people can straight up see this, enjoy it, and then go reflect on other Fate series, watch those, and then make the connection of like, oh my god, wait a minute, this is what they were talking about in Strange Fate. And that is its own unique experience too. So a lot of people get very caught up in where you start. I don't think it matters. It's better that a casual get into Fate through Strange Fate than never getting in at all. But so many people backseat the experience of others by saying you have to go through this specific process. It's such a weird behavior. I think that if you're a true fan of the series, you should be happy that Strange Fate is airing. But a lot of people, again, just want to gatekeeping feels special. And the funniest part is, a lot of the times, then those same crowd of people then cry online about other animes like getting more popular treatment than them and how they'll never win an award. And I'm like, this is what you did. Here's a really fucked up example, very misogynistic example. I think that Fate is like a really hot girl. Super, super attractive hot girl. Let me find this. Hot girl being gate kept by fridge. Do I have that image here? Not fridge, you know, fat girl. Meme. I see this on Twitter a lot. Where okay, I can't find it on. I can't find it on Google. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So this is the way that I see Fate. Shout outs to Gorlock, bro. Gorlock the Destroyer is actually really funny here. So, this is Fate. And these are the casuals that want to get into Fate. And then there's this right here. This Gorlock, the Destroyer of Worlds, the average fucking fat retard visual novel. You can smell them through the screen saying, no, you can't do that. You can't, no. That's that's exactly it. It's like, why are you backseating someone's consent? Why are you backseating someone's experience? They're like, it's like the average person wants to get in, but these retards needs to make it about themselves. They need to let people know, no, you have to experience it in only this way, nothing else. And it's like, ugh, so fucking pathetic. And then of all people, like Gigguk goes out literally hauling fucking ass. By the way, go check out my Ascendance of Bookworm reactions. It's coming out very soon, baby. It's already out there. Go on YouTube, check it out. Gigguk is literally out there providing so much fucking work in exposure and visibility of Fate, working with producers, and then the audacity of these fucking Twitter tards complaining and crying, saying Gigguk is ruining the Fate fandom. It's disgusting.
But alongside that, we have the Holy Grail of Eris, meaning there are two big, shiny Holy Grails on display this season.
Good God!
And this one is not holding back at all. Beheading, death by dancing. I'm just glad we have a villainess anime with a villainess that actually looks villainous.
I fucked up and have missed out on this opportunity. I'm sorry. Usually, if it was any other season, we'd be watching shit like this. I've been heavily optimizing on the YouTube algorithm, carefully selecting shows that's going to do well. I've already taken burden on some of the passion products I've gotten. A lot of people have recommended saying this is such a great villainous anime that you would enjoy. I'm sorry, guys. Go watch it, though.
And this one is not holding back at all. Beheading, death by dancing. I'm just glad we have a villainess anime with a villainess that actually looks villainous.
She looks good.
Next up, we have... Oh, sorry.
Justin Bieber 歌って
What?
When a show
Baby,
starts off with a
baby.
cold lady...
That was real? Baby. Yo, the Justin Bieber shit with like the Epstein files coming out and all that Diddy stuff too, it's actually so fucked up. Who grew up in an era where Justin Bieber was like popping off? Maybe you were in elementary, maybe you were in high school, maybe you were in college, and a lot of people hated this little kid that was just trying to sing. And later you find out all the abuse that was happening behind the scenes in the darkness that came with the fame. It's so sad.
Adopting her estranged sister's daughter because her mum passed away in a car accident.
Jesus.
You know what ride you're about to get on. This is going to be a heavy show, and it is clear right from the first 5 minutes. But for those whose hearts are prepared, this might be the most powerful story you're going to find this season. It's
one of those animes that makes you really feel and maybe cry and get depressed. I'm not in the mood for that. I just want to have blind fun.
depiction of grief that's not over-dramatized, never in your face, but it's such a human retelling of what it's like to process emotions you can never prepare for or teach yourself how to face. It's only when you do find yourself in those situations that you can only learn yourself, through numbness, pain and tears, just what kind of person you are. I would say this feels like the kind of show you would need to prepare your emotions for if it didn't already make me emotional within the first 3 episodes. This is a story that feels so intimate. I can't help but think the creator must be sharing experiences deeply personal to them to be able to portray such emotions on screen. And it sucks that I already know this is going to be one of the best shows this season. Not enough people are going to be watching.
Yeah, people be watching JJK instead. I think that popularity, metrics, numbers, it's important. Numbers are absolutely important and it's a reflection of how well you're doing in this game of capitalism. But at the same time, bigger number doesn't mean better person or better content, right? Sometimes it's cool that you have hidden gems like this underrated series that doesn't get that treatment, but people know, the ones that actually watch it, that it is a hidden gem and that it does deserve the spotlight. It's just that the average person is too stupid and ignorant to appreciate it. Probably myself included. Touch that shit. Oh, whoa.
Oh, shit.
Damn, you having 5 babies?
This season, we are absolutely
touching hands in anime, holding hands already.
feasting with great romance anime, whichever subgenre you are looking for. Starting with one of my most anticipated.
Oh, sorry, audio issues. Tamon B was so good.
You are looking for. Starting with one of my most anticipated, You and I Are Polar Opposites. Anime fans have never quite financially recovered from the Gyaru takeover Marin Kitagawa initiated, but this time we actually get to
Yeah, they even had such an aware joke. Someone says, hey, ain't he the gloomy Megane main character, like protagonist from a light novel that has a Gyaru girlfriend? Yeah, they love this shit, right? This type of archetype of girl, you know, that paired up with like a nerdy guy. Why is that? Because think about the demographic it's hitting. People that watch this show are that person. Not all of them, right? And Gojo also isn't that in Dress Up Darling, but there is absolutely, I wouldn't say predatory, but a very calculative intent in pairing gloomy nerd otaku, you know, just introvert, you know, the average beta cuck that has nothing, they wouldn't get the popular girls, but matched up with the popular girls. That is the true power fantasy, not isekai harems.
over Marin Kitagawa initiated, but this time we actually get to see things from the girl's perspective, which is a cool idea, but we all know how it goes now, guys. It looks cute right now, but we'll see how it is in another 2 seasons when somebody actually tries and shoots their shot.
First episode.
Wait a minute. She's
confessing?
taking the shot.
Is this the dagger?
Is this the dagger? Actually, one of the craziest moments. Not talking about polar opposites. I'm talking about Is This the Dagger? Kawhi Leonard's run in Toronto. Bro brought the NBA championships to Canada. That game was fucking crazy. This guy here, by the way, is also a stoic person that never expresses himself. Bro never shows any expression. He's just Sigma locked in. He hits a game-winning buzzer beater. And I remember watching this shit live. And I was also part-time working at that time for like some clothing company. And a lot of us were also having this shit on the screen. And it was fucking crazy, the motion and the energy that was in the air, man.
No way! Episode 1! That's a game-winning shot in episode 1!
Crazy.
This is history in the making, folks! Honestly, this might be one of the most awkwardly wholesome romances I've seen in recent times. Normally, I'm not into this kind of thing, but aside from being just cute, it's so painfully relatable at some points. The guy Googling how to keep a conversation with his girlfriend and getting caught. The two of them having completely different reads of a movie they watch together that make them understand each other just a
Polar
bit
opposites.
more. The show so perfectly captures what it's like to be in
Kaguya-sama!
that honeymoon period with a new partner. Nothing too cliche, nothing too over the top, just two dweebs awkwardly navigating a new relationship with each other.
I think that Kaguya-sama has been such... So wait, man, Kaguya-sama has been peak. Questionable recently with the direction it's going with the anime only ending and skipping massive amount of content. I don't know about that, but polar opposites so far. Strong, consistent in terms of performance, right? It seems like there's like a lot of community people that enjoys this. The anime is very polished. I love the hand-drawn background art too. It feels very artistic. It's like painting. And the characters, Tani, it's like he's Faker. He's not Faker. I made a reference of, yo, it's the rom-com where Faker's the fucking male protag. He's like an introvert guy who's also like, you know, kind of just always like listening and there and trying not to show his emotions, but he also gets flustered and it's cute. And you got this like overly excited girl who's trying to like portray this extrovertness, but then she also has these shy sides and they get along really well and the matching is cute. The characters, the side characters, I love the side characters. The supporting cast are so fun to watch. The shipping, the Yamada, right? It's so good. I'm still waiting for this Gapacho guy. There's like an inside reference of, hey, Gapacho said this. Gapacho said you guys were doing, it's a gossiper, but nobody knows who Gapacho is. I think it's the cameraman. This show, definitely in the makings of 7.5 to 8 out of 10 range. We'll have to see more and more, but I think the production value is there. I care about, like, I feel like the difference between a 7 out of 10 and an 8 out of 10 for me is like you have to have polish and consistency, right? To have such a great like production value, not so amazing that you get to the 9 out of 10. I feel like that's like JJK and what's it called? Face Strange Fake and a Sense Be Hero. But story also matters too. And this one, I think it's pretty damn great. Would recommend. Oh, also, we can't watch this shit. So the reason we can't watch this shit is because copyright shit. Unfortunate. Tamon B. JC staff, I think, has absolutely nailed it regarding like their controversy with One Punch Man season 3. We just came out of a hell of a season. Not like amazing season, but like it was hell. One Punch Man season 3, JC staff. I think a lot more people became aware of the JC staff Studios brand name because of One Punch Man season 3 in the worst way possible. But it turns out that they have many different production lines and talent, and they popped off with this shoujo anime. You would think it would do well bad. That shit has a lot of motion. The ladies want it. A lot of guys want it too. Main character Kinoshita is a heavy stan that draws the line of when to not be too parasocial. Tamon is Kami. Tamon is God. I know. It's really fun. Would recommend too. Definitely another one of those 8 out of 10 and maybe above animes.
This ain't even tomboy tomfoolery. We just have a shoujo starring a cool, androgynous female lead, and you know what? I kinda dig it. It's honestly just refreshing to see a character archetype you don't normally see in romance anime, with a dynamic that is just two chill, popular people being chill with each other, finding out that as chill as you are still not immune.
Instead of you and I are polar opposites, it's you and I are exactly the same.
To charms. This one really surprised me. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, we still have some trashy harem rom-com. Now, everyone knows, in harem anime, the childhood friend gets a 10-point buff in the race to the finish line. But what if we even the playing field by making...
I didn't even hear about this one. What the fuck is this? I thought we were going to talk about Maya Heart or something. You can't be in a wrong with your childhood friends?
Everyone the childhood friends. That's right, anyone could be the winner here.
They're all?
We just don't know. It could be the Tsun.
Why did no one mention this shit? Why no one recommend this? What the fuck? I've heard more people begging for the villainous anime than this.
Today. The Tan Tomboy.
Tan Tomboy? That's Lemon. This is Lemon from Makaine.
Boy. The smug one.
Oh!
The shorts blue haired girl.
Oh, shooting for the fucking moon. Oh!
Even the girls are getting their fill of harem this year, as we have a new reverse harem anime featuring a protagonist who came from America?
What? America!
I can't say I'm exactly the target audience for this, but I remember when the manga finished, it was fairly
bunch of Japanese dudes thirsting over a white girl?
popular for the genre it was in. I mean, that was pretty recent, right?
Okay.
That's
Damn.
still recent, right? I mean, come on.
2004? Most of y'all weren't even born in 2004.
I remember when this was coming out.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, Unk.
I mean, how old are kids born in that year still?
21 or 22. Gigguk is like pushing like 35 or some shit, right?
I'm never gonna emotionally recover from this.
I think he might be over 35 now, actually.
What's next? Sentenced to be a hero?
Yeah!
Last year, Cleavertez reawakens my appetite to see more brutal, old-school dark fantasy shows, and thankfully, Sentenced to be a Hero has come along at just the perfect time to satiate it. A world where heroes are actually treated like villains, demon lords aren't fuckable, and pint-sized anime goddesses are...
What?
heroes are actually treated like villains. Demon lords aren't fuckable, and
Be careful, bro. There's some furries that might find these anyways.
pint-sized anime goddesses are weapons of mass destruction, fueled by the power of headpats that can also do this.
Gilgamesh.
Bruh. Sometimes you immediately get the vibe about a fantasy show that doesn't just lift off the same fantasy templates so many others fall into. It's got some interesting world mechanics with its hero system. The monster designs aren't the same cookie-cutter creatures you see everywhere. There's a lot of little things, like how they fuse a lot of magic and technology in the devices they use.
Yeah,
yet
realistic.
They never explain them. They just show that they exist as a device that seems to be logically functional. Little details like this
Content light novel stuff.
shows the thought put into the world building. On top of that, it's being directed by the same guy who directed this episode of Mushoku Tensei Season
Hell
1,
yeah!
which is one of the best episodes in an amazing looking season. And
That moment was actually fucking chills. I made a meme. When I did this reaction, this is my old channel too, before that shit got deleted. Man, I remember when I reacted to that, I made a meme, wrestling WWE Vince McMahon meme of every single time Orso was popping off, Vince was like popping off more and more. Posted that shit. That shit got like 20k views. That was when I was like averaging like fucking 50 views per video, and I was like, oh my god, I hit gold.
amazing looking season, and that insane bar of quality has absolutely transferred over to the hour-long premiere. This is some movie level production values.
Yes.
So, how's the story itself?
We're going as fast as we can. Right, Tatsu?
It's aight. For the insane production values behind it, we have a pretty standard revenge plot about a man who got framed, a protagonist who is angry, and a church who is not the
Evil.
good guys.
Wow. It's a temple, actually.
It's not bad by itself. I'm just hoping it doesn't fall into the same trap of having the hero party being the only competent group of people in the world that hates them. We'll have to see how the story shapes up overall, but it's still probably going to be better than your normal fantasy or isekai show. Did someone say isekai?
So, what Gigguk said at the end is very interesting to me, because I thought he'd be glazing this shit till the end. But no. He actually said the take that I think a lot of people are also feeling too. I made a video about this. You know, we gotta go check out the comments here. I made a video about this because I couldn't imagine, I didn't understand why Sentenced to be a Hero was not really on that level right over here. How is this anime falling off? Diabolical. So Sentenced to be a Hero, let's just like cover some base like performance stuff, right? So again, I'm just gonna show you like the headliners, and the headliners, Face Strange Fake. It is obvious that every Face Strange Fake, right? 10k, we're just hitting 10k. This is Unlimited Blade Works, that doesn't count, right? 10k, you just talk 14k, right? Even on the boring episodes at 12k, 7k ending, like it has a lot of motion. The only other anime that really has that motion too is Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen, abso-fucking-lutely, it is on another level of viewership. But then you have Sentenced to be a Hero. Sentenced, for some reason, it's not bad. By no means are these bad numbers for a channel of my size. However, I expected a much more stronger representation considering how well the first episode did like this. And when I look, I was trying to understand what the fuck is going on. What is going on? Talking to people, why? If this should be a headliner, but it's struggling to even fucking perform compared to, like, for example here, right? This is like first 41-minute comparison of viewership, right? Like, dude, this shit's fucking doing worse than fucking Jack of all trades, party of none. Shiboyugi. Obviously, later on, the performance changes over time. And a lot of people are like, some shows, despite being great, just don't motivate the people to keep up weekly. Many people just watch the first few episodes and satisfied. They aren't hungry enough for the next week's episode. That is a natural behavior of the audience. First episode, I always talk about the performance like this. So, again, all anime. This isn't just Sentenced to be a Hero. This is every anime, okay? And every anime behaves like this. Not just anime, just shows itself, right? First week, it's popping off. Everyone's talking about it. Second week, maybe third week, and then it drops off around here. This is like the 3-episode rule, right? A lot of people at this point, around 3 episodes, they're clocked out. And this is what I look at, the new baseline established. And the new baseline established for the frontliners, the headliners, like JJK, Face Strange Jake, Oshinoku and Freerin too at sometimes. Still amazing. Sentence just hit amazing episodes, yet there is no difference. We just had a pop-off episode, but there is no change in performance. And a lot of people are of the same mindset of Gigguk. They don't really care about this generic story. It doesn't matter how amazing the direction, the production value is. They feel like this is just another one of those stories where, oh my god, corruption within, and the hero part is the only one that knows what's going on. And I really enjoy how they're bringing in more plot. Like, hey, inside the temple and the military, there are these blight demons that has taken over, and you see this guy who is sentenced to heroes that you think is also part of the bad people. By the end of the last episode, you realize, oh, wait a second, it's actually doing well. So it's unfortunate. This story just not resonate in a lot of people's hearts, and it is what it is. And womp womp, I guess.
The story shapes up overall, but it's still probably going to be better than your normal fantasy or isekai show. Did someone say isekai?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like my favorite anime. Yes.
Hell
Can't be
no.
an isekai nowadays without the patented man baby wanting to suckle on his mama's titties, sponsored by Mushoku Timu.
Mushoku Timu is crazy.
Sometimes I watch a show I just can't get a read on.
This is probably better than Debate.
On the surface, this is your typical isekai
Bald.
reincarnation slot, but then I'll have these moments of self-aware comedy or hit me with a scene that has a surprising amount of heart in it that makes me think, wait, is there actually some potential in this? Then the
Okay.
guy just brings out lines like this.
ま、おっぱい飲んでおむつ替えてもらう生活もいいけど。
Welcome to otaku culture. That's right. That's right. Grown-ass men, you know, loser fat retards dying and then reincarnated into another world, and now I suck on the titties of this mom as a grown-ass man, but I'm a baby and I get off on it. Yup. Welcome to Isekai anime.
And I realize I can't relate to this. I have nothing in common with this man.
Sure.
35歳、金なし。
I used to be a 35-year-old uneducated broadcaster. Again, right? This is the exact pre-isekai character I'm talking about. That is a template. You're a bum. You have nothing. No money, no bitches, no motion, no passion, nothing. No talent, no work ethic, nothing. But by some miracle, you get a second chance to live in a new world to fulfill and indulge in your degeneracy. Welcome to Isekai and why it's so relatable and panders to the average person in Japan, and a lot of the times internationally audience too. But Japan loves this shit. Isekai is like its bread and butter. They fucking eat it up, and we made multiple videos. It's actually kind of a sad reality. It's a dark reality of people wanting escapism and being felt like they just have nothing to live for.
学なし、彼女なしの。
I have some things in common with this man. It's the age, it's the fucking
You're
age, okay, nothing
35!
else. You know, I don't know how it's taken this long for a dragon to be added to the list of
I heard this shit is so fucking garbage.
things isekai protagonists have been isekai'd into, but I guess here we are. Bro, it kinda looks like a cross between a Digimon and how Power World would rip off Charizard, but the animation's actually more decent than what I would expect
Yeah.
for a show with a concept like this. We got
Okay.
a salaryman who gets isekai'd and immediately becomes an
I like these guys. Another power fantasy, like overworked salaryman gets transferred. So you have different groups of isekai endurers, right? The fucking bums, right? They're just unemployed neats. But then there's also employed people who are just stuck in the grind of capitalism, and their power fantasy is work-life balance. I shit you not. They get abused by their manager. They work crazy hours. Their boss is fucking their wife or girlfriend or something. They get transported to another world, and now the power fantasy is living as like a regular human being.
accountant. Alright, I know it sounds like we're running out of ideas at this point, but maybe this isekai is just trying to explore something deeper.
Wait, ain't this the gay isekai? No. The moment I see a character like this, no, I know it. This is a yaoi isekai.
I mean, tell me this isn't the ultimate power fantasy of modern work culture. Dude migrates to a foreign land, immediately gets employed, gets promoted, gets paid a fair wage, bangs another dude, gets surprised
What?
to be in a workplace where employees get to leave on time, gets respected by his boss,
Bangs
is
another
full-on
dude.
bareback
Whoa! He's the bottom, I see.
routine extraction mana transfer.
They actually fucked in the anime? They did? Not even just like hinting. Not even just like teasing. Straight up just raw back shots. Who made that mess? Who made that mess? You gripping on daddy? You gripping on daddy? You pre-coming?
Maybe this could be a commentary into the tough Japanese work culture and a succinct exploration
Where's the women? There are no women, it's just men here.
of the current employment landscape. Did he just say he bangs a dude? How's this for a tagline? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Noble reincarnation. Well, at least they're
Epic.
self-aware about the target audience of the show. But guys, stop everything for a second.
Oh no! This is quality. Jack of all trades, party of none. I Watch this. I analyzed this. There's actually some motion for this anime too. The soloing the Black Dragon episode got 10k views. I was shocked. This anime is basically a gamer who got banished from his guild in an MMO, World of Warcraft raid. Bro literally hauled ass, maintained everyone's cooldowns, maintains everyone's coordination and boss raid mechanics, but somehow got kicked out of the guild, and now he went to write a light novel about his experience. It is crazy how sweaty it goes into the details of the battle mechanics in this show. It's actually really well fleshed out.
Because I got some big news. Another protagonist has been kicked out of the Heroes Party. Shit! Blood's even got the Kirito preset for the full Vito experience.
Black Swordsman.
Out of all the kicked out of the Heroes Party anime, this one's
is good.
Enjoyable, actually. I don't know, something about
This is an example of no matter how reused the concept is, the execution is all that matters. There's a reason why there are so many junk shit like this. Because a trope doesn't mean it's bad. Tropes means that it was so fucking good, people want to copy it. All that matters then is make it good. Execute it well.
the concept of a guy who's queued up as autofill his entire life, reaching his full potential by not filling in from random roles, scratches this part of my brain I didn't know I had. Alright, what's next? Kunon the Sorcerer can see. Huh.
Can he see?
In anime's continued effort to adapt to its aging
This is crazy. This anime is crazy, dude. They called it the Usagi drop. At the first episode, bro, you have a toddler orphan that is in your bed, and at nighttime,
core audience, we now have fantasies about people with lower back pain. Surely this can't continue forever, or in a few decades we're gonna get things like my Viagra makes me overpowered even at level 1 in the—
Dude, why isn't this a series? No, why isn't this a series, bro? When do you think that the age will reset? Basically, the idea here is the old guard of people that watch anime are grown up and they're no longer kids. These are grown-ass men now, pushing 20s, 30s, 40s, right? In order to make anime for them, you have a lot of these isekais coming out. When do you think the age will stop being extended? At a certain point, they're gonna realize, all right, they're just gonna be dying out. Whatever, let's reset and keep it like, I think 30s and 40s is kind of the limit. I don't think they'll go into the 50s.
strongest class with the weakest skill. This is actually kind of adorable though. Nice father-daughter vibes.
Yeah, it's very adorable. Father-daughter.
Some vibes all around. And this girl is the cutest thing you can ask for. And she turns to herself. Who made this? Who's responsible for this?
Police! Help!
But hey, she's not the only cute daughter.
Honestly, first episode was really fun. It's just that it really, man, what a weird fucking way to just provide a twist. Because it was trying to maintain this wholesome vibe of this guy's like an orphan and he doesn't really know what it's like to behave like a regular human being. He goes on sexually harassing guild receptionists. It's actually fun, but he has a good heart and he wants to be a good person. And he sees himself, the abandoned orphan, in this girl, and he wants to take care of her. But at the same time, he loves big titties and she gets big titties at nighttime. And it's just like, yeah, this type of anime is, you show like a normie this anime, they immediately think Japan is just all pedophiles. That's how it all starts.
Who's responsible for this?
Police! Help!
But hey, she's not the only cute daughter on display this season, as we got the Demon King's daughter is too kind.
Aww.
Let's see what this adorable cinnamon roll gets up to.
Wholesome? Why can't you stand up? Why are you sitting down?
God damn, they teaching weebs how to do laundry now? Wait, hold on, bro.
Man.
The vibes. This beautiful setting, the way the main girl describes the process so sensually. Why am I low-key getting invested?
This is an anime about a girl doing laundry. Yuzeni Naoya's favorite anime. Here it is.
In this?
Wow. Why is his wife doing? Nah. She's laughing. She's already fucking laughing here, bro. He told her to do this shit behind the scenes during this. They've scripted. Wow, that's a lot of laundry.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Damn. This really makes me feel like I'm doing the washing.
What is this? They made that shit so sensual.
If watching Beast games isn't dystopian enough for you, then how about a maid-centric
Shibuya!
death game where the protagonist is trying to survive 99 games out of her own volition?
This has fallen off like crazy. We talked about Sentence to be a Hero falling off. Listen, Sentence to be a Hero is still doing solid. I just had high expectations. This has fallen off the fucking cliff. It is the worst performing show in my channel, and a lot of people have already dropped it. But every once in a while, there comes a passion project. I'll take the calculative L, whatever. It's that fucking good.
This is basically high elo surfing with a death game twist, but what makes it truly stand out is the director, whose previous
Days with My Stepsister, aka 40 seconds of nothing happening.
work was an absolutely incredibly beautiful and atmospheric series.
Atmospheric is when you fucking you show these two eating fucking rice for 40 seconds in silence. Oh my god. Peak fantasy. Or no, that's not fantasy. They do that shit in free no, free when peak, I talked about that shit in Freeman when motherfuckers are just walking through the forest and looking at the sky with nothing happening but just atmosphere vibes, and they're like, wow, the direction is amazing. And I'm like, what the fuck you know about direction? I get it. I understand. I'm obviously memeing and exaggerating. It sometimes though it does get egregious.
About a guy falling for his stepsister, but that atmospheric approach is cranked up even higher here. This feels like a mix of Monogatari, Madoka, and Squid Game. The OST and sound design are immaculate. Gore is replaced with cotton wool, which honestly makes it even more disturbing, as you hear the screams of pain as characters are brutally murdered to the sight of light, fluffy visuals that only serve to dehumanize the characters playing this game. This is one I'm definitely going to continue watching. And from
Absolutely. Just elite, very artistic anime. But again, this type of anime I feel like is kind of those hidden gems that a lot of the mainstream audience and even like doesn't even have like a hardcore community either. It sucks, but it's still really good. I definitely recommend it. This anime, the director really just, he's able to create these scenes where it's so anxious. You may think nothing is happening, like how I say, oh my god, they're just fucking standing there for 40 seconds. But the tension, the overall just like sound design, the cue ball, the erratic cue ball sound design, like sound effects happening in the background, the soundtrack and the actions of like soundtrack plays and then it stops and the characters stop moving too. And then it plays. There's little things like this that's so artistic and it's able to capture this essence of tension, anxiety. And it makes you really, it's not like a crazy horror film, but it gets you captivated.
Playing this game. This is one I'm definitely going to continue watching. And from there, we have a wholesome romance of a blind girl and her soon-to-be invisible husband, which is just a totally adorable match made in heaven. A girl who can't see and a guy who can't be seen, which means
someone's gonna take this and say, this is why men are all trash. So he just wants ownership. Dude. There's that one anime that I keep seeing on Twitter about like a guy taking care of a girl in a wheelchair and crazy schizo girls that just hates themselves and hates all men create these scenarios of like, oh, this is the ultimate male fantasy. You want to just fucking make a girl just paralyzed and have ownership over her and she has no autonomy and I'm like, oh my, it's like I hope you never experience happiness in your life.
Means they just have the most innocent relationship you can possibly ask for, because how could she possibly thirst over nothing at all?
Ass! He caked it like, what the hell? Invisible man, my ass. This dude has got a BBL! Very disappointing. The potential was there. Manaka Hearts, I think a lot of the manga readers too are very sad at the production value that ruined the source material. The story was fun, but man, the anime was chopped.
I need a moment.
He's naughty file.
No, you got this. You're a man. Be a man. Get a hold of yourself. Shut up. I'm cool. We cool? I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. We're cool. You're the man. Don't forget. You're the man.
Yep.
I am the man.
Yep.
Alright, I'm good. My Anaka Heart tune, because this season anime looked at all the romance shows available and said, nah, I got one more in me. This hasn't been the only harem rom-com to come out recently, but I don't know. I got a feeling about this one. Maybe it's the setup, maybe it's the girls, maybe it's the protagonist, but I feel like this is going to be the one. The nisekoi, the
Yeah. It's what is the setup? many different girls with a very mysterious background, and you have a childhood promised friend that's supposed to be your love, but you don't know which one of the girls it is.
Essential quintuplets of the new generation. I've felt this energy many times before, and it's all too familiar.
Yeah.
The calm before the war has started. And you know what? Maybe 10 or so years ago, I'd be right in the trenches fighting, because this would have been my kind of show. But I've done it so many times now that I feel like maybe I'm just getting a bit too old nowadays.
Damn. Gigguk wash, but he's not. Why he's moved on, and I don't blame him. It's a very abusive story that sets you up with all these different girls and makes you hope that your favorite's gonna win, and then your favorite loses. Like in quintessential quintuplets, the crash out was crazy, man.
Invested in a show like this.
That was a nice scene.
It's once again time to enter the holy battleground of wives.
We back.
I am no god. I am just a mere man. But
We're
I'm
not
here to tell
leaving.
you to sell everything and buy into the pink hair.
He enjoys the red, pink hair twin tail girl, huh?
Twin tail tsundere supremacy. It's been a rough decade for us, but we are.
Man, sometimes things just don't change. That pink, red, twin tail ribbon girl tsundere. How old is this archetype? It's got a legacy. But even now, it reigns supreme.
So back because I'm here to tell you, this is it. This is our time. Tsundere supremacy will.
My favorite was the kudere. Gigguk hates the kudere. My favorite was the VTuber cat girl kudere girl.
Rise again! I'm calling on all of you for this once-in-a-lifetime generational investment opportunity. We will be the winners. We will be on the right side of history. And at the end of it all, we will be the one
Bimbo! Oh, yo, we...
in the face of the right side of history. And at the end of...
Oh my god. Yo. Damn, that's a fucking hit to the past. Flash to the past nostalgia trip. Check out Psyche K reaction. Check out the playlist. I got a full out playlist. It's fucking cracked.
It's all we will be the ones laughing in the face of...
Bro is rich there. People that don't know, this guy, we talk about tsunderes, right? This is rich today. So this guy's entire thing is he has a lot of money, but he's surrounded by a bunch of poor kids at school. And he kind of bullies them for being poor. But like he takes care of them, and he says shit like, "Oh, it's the rich's, what's it called, role to make sure you peasants understand what it's like to enjoy these luxuries. Why don't you come over and enjoy my fucking mansion?" He says it in such a cold way, but at the end of the day, he cares a lot about his friends. So it's like a tsundere, but it's called a rich dere.
We will be the ones laughing in the face of the crime. You know, I just can't see myself getting as involved as I used to.
Nah, noblesse oblige is when you do that with like an actual genuine heart, right? But like he acts like he hates the poor, but he actually like wants friends and he wants to buy them anyways. Great video, Gigguk. This anime season absolutely has been a blast. Coming from what's it called? Coming from fall 2025 with such a bad taste in our mouth because of fucking One Punch Man season 3, right? It's like, oh my fucking god. But winter 2026, I feel like have started out the year so strong. There has been so many different enemies that's been popping off. Obviously, these are the main 5, right? Fake Strange Fake 2. These shows, Fire Force, I wish I was checking it out too, but I'm not just yet, right? So many amazing titles coming out. And the best part, spring. This is where we're going to be balling out. So winter is for the normies. This is the Unga Bunga normie shit. Spring is when the isekais, the classroom of the elite, the tensura, the wistoria, the irumakun. This is my territory. This is my fucking turf. So, oh my god, we gonna be fucking eating the first half of 2026 and hopefully summer and beyond can also... Oh, we got Mushoku Tensei coming back too. Hell fucking yeah, baby. Anyways, that's it from me. Please go check out Gigguk. Help this small YouTube anime tuber, grow. He's only at 3.64 million subscribers, but with your guys' help, yeah, Tibet is coming back. Tibet is coming back in spring. Anyways, look forward to Tibet. How the fuck is this top 10? How the fuck is Tibet ahead of Ascendance of a Bookworm? Also, go check out Ascendance of a Bookworm, please. Please go juice this up, because I started another fucking passion project, as in, I know these reactions are gonna do fucking bad. There's no community, but I'm still gonna fucking do it for the love of the game. Alright, that's it from me. Go check out Gigguk. Bye-bye, go give him a like. See you later.